a Sight Beyond Sight entertainment production.
DJ Pastor Happy Feet of Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to the Sight Beyond Sight entertainment podcast. Here's your host, Pastor Happy Feet.
Hey y'all, this is Leandria Johnson and you're listening to Pastor DJ Happy Feet. Yes, sir.
All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. Live in effect. This is the crew that make it do what it do to bring you inspiration and information. Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. Hope that you enjoy it. Thank you for letting us in your airwaves. This is your boy. Did I already say who I was?
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know, if I didn't, here I am again. This is your boy, DJ Pastor Happy Feet. And Top Boogie, what's up?
Yo, ain't nothing but a thing.
She's on an Obama phone, ladies and gentlemen.
I know you lying. Don't play me.
So we're trying something new here, and we got a great show for you today. Mr. G, what's happening?
I have to see how much I love the internet, but all that aside, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, exactly, man. Technology in itself, y'all. We got a special guest with us today. And her name...
Get it right.
Oh, I'm going to get it right. Y'all ain't finna get me. Y'all ain't finna get me. She has a story to tell, and she's going to tell it, and we're going to make sure that you get it, because this show brings you inspiration and information. Mika?
Makita.
See, I knew it. I knew it, boy. I knew I was going to get see, and they knew I was going to mess it up. Makita.
I was waiting.
Yes.
Yes. Miss Makita is in the building with us, y'all. She has made it all the way in the low country of the South Kakalaki. And we in here in the upstate where it's cold at. Is it warm down there?
Actually, it was up until yesterday, and then we went back to freezing, and it's cold.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah. It's blowing up here. It almost blew me down earlier.
Yeah, that's how the wind was here yesterday. I thought it was going to lift my mobile home up.
Yeah, see?
Uh-oh.
Yes. I love it. I can't wait to hear you talk more because that low country accent is there. My father is from down there.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I was born and raised.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's in Walterboro. Well, I'm from New York.
Okay. He's in Walterboro. He's like an hour away from me, I think.
Yes, indeed. He's definitely that far down yonder. See, I could talk country if I need to.
It's called Gullah.
Oh, what she said. So, how are you today?
I'm okay. A little pain, but I'm okay.
Okay, that's good. I'm good. I'm glad that you're here to be able to tell your story and to be able to share with us. And at such a time as this, because, you could have said no, or you could have been doing something else and could have still been arrested in your eyes. But I really
I said I was going to do it, so that's what I want to do. I wasn't going to let a little pain stop me.
Yes. And it's crazy we both were skeptical about the message. The messenger thing is something else, though.
Yeah, because it's crazy, because I was getting the scam alert thing. So I'm like, I don't know if this is real. And this is actually the first podcast I'm going to be on. I'm going to be on another one at the end of next month. But
Yes, ma'am.
So I was preparing for that one, and when you wrote me, I was a little skeptical because the other guy, I know him a little, so I knew he was real. But I was kind of skeptical because this internet is kind of messy.
Yes. And you say Bishop Happy Feet.
I don't know. So I'm not going to lie. I did go browse your page a little bit.
That's all right. That's what you're supposed to do. Find out who this choker is hitting you up. That's it, because it was like 3 a.m. and I was surfing the internet, right?
Yeah, I was up doing the same thing.
I got to click this name so I could find out who it was. So I went on and I hurry up and message because I didn't want to lose the video. Because sometimes I said, well, I'm going to go back and I'll find it later on, and then I never find it again.
Okay.
So that's how I end up coming across your video and your story. And I'm not going to say too much about it because I want you to tell it. So, but okay. Here is that the woman who was shot 9 times and survived.
Yes,
50 Cent was the only one.
Exactly.
Now, so we have to let the people know, 50 Cent, you ain't the only one, cuz.
You ain't the only soldier.
No. we have to let them know. So, ladies and gentlemen, here she is to tell her story here. First time on the Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment podcast, Miss Nikita.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Well, as you all know, my name is Makita. I just celebrated my 50th birthday on the 22nd of January. And I was actually told at 19 that I was not going to live through that night. So I thank God for still being here. Like I said, I got shot 9 times at the age of 19. I'd already had 2 kids at that time. So I was blessed that they didn't get hit at all. My son was actually 4 when this happened. And it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for someone else. And they actually came to my mom's house to look for that person. And he was not there. So they took it upon themselves to still shoot my mom's house up. I got hit 9 times. My sister got hit once. And that night left me confined to a wheelchair. I've been in my wheelchair now for 31 years. And I thank God that I'm still here because, like I said, the doctor told my mom that night, you can go ahead and get the family and friends together because she's not going to make it through the night. I got hit in the abdomen, across the nose, my legs, my arms. And I still had a couple of bullets in me for 7 years before I had the first one removed. And it's been a struggle, but it hasn't been all bad. Like I said, the night that it happened, my sister got up and she came to my room door. She said, someone is out here looking for your kid's father. And I was like, okay. So I got up. My son woke up with me. He said, Mommy, I have to use the bathroom. So as I was taking him to the bathroom, I went to my mom's room because I wanted to make sure that she had already gotten from church. And she wasn't there. So as I'm going back to my bedroom to take my son back to bed, there's a knock on my door. And I'm like, who is it? And no one is saying anything. So I'm like, who is it? And for some reason, I keep hearing this name, Al, but I don't know anybody named Al. So I just ignored it. And the next thing you know, there were bullets flying everywhere. And I fell right in front of my front door, in front of my sister's bedroom. And when she got up to turn her lights on to see what all the noise was, she got hit once in the foot. My son was standing right next to me, and I kept yelling for him to move, and this little boy would not move. He stood there the entire time, and I got hit 9 times. He did not get hit once. God is so good. God is amazing. God is so good. And my baby girl was sleeping in my bedroom, and when they went to check on her, she had a bullet hole right above her head. Did not get hit once.
Man.
So yes, and as my sister got up and got some help, my mom actually came home during that process when the EMS and everybody got there. So like I said, we got to the hospital. I lost consciousness. I could still hear what was going on around me, but I could not respond. So I could hear all the emotions of people screaming and crying and trying to question everybody what was going on, and made it to the hospital. And like I said, the doctor told my mom I wasn't going to make it through the night. But the next morning I was still here. So we left Buford Memorial and they transferred me to MUSC in Charleston.
Yeah.
And I was, they had me sedated for maybe like 3 or 4 days before I actually came through. And when I did, I noticed that my legs feel so heavy. Like, what's going on? It felt like I had on some stockings. So my mom noticed that I was awake. She got up and she went and got the doctor. They asked me a few questions. And I remember him saying, I asked him, I said, "Sir, why can't I move my legs?" And he looked at my mom, and he told me that I was paralyzed and I was never going to walk again. At that moment, I lost it. I'm like, this can't be real. I have 2 kids to raise. I was supposed to go in the military. This is not life. And so I went into a depression immediately. I hadn't seen my kids. I didn't know the whole story of what led to me getting shot. I didn't know any of that at that time. So eventually I got over the fact that I'm not going to say I got over it. I accepted that so I could move on to the next thing, which was trying to find out where my kids were, what led to me getting shot. And my mom didn't have all the answers. So she did arrange for my kids to come to the hospital. And I'm going to be honest, I was hurt about not being able to walk. But when my kids came in that room and they cried because I looked totally different, I was swollen from all the bullets and had tubes up my nose. And for them to be afraid of me hurt way worse. Yes. Because those are my babies. So exactly. That visit did not last because they were crying so much. They didn't want to be around me. And I didn't understand it at first, but then when I looked in the mirror and I saw myself, I'm like, I look like a monster. I was so swollen. So that visit didn't go well. And as the days went by, I found out more about the situation and why I got shot. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, how could guys, and then I actually knew these guys, could come somewhere where they know just women and kids live. And y'all are looking for someone that's related to my kids. And y'all don't see his car there. Y'all know what kind of car he drives. But y'all still shot up an innocent bystander. And yes. 2 people almost lost their lives. It could have been worse.
Yes, indeed.
So,
have you had a chance to talk to them?
I have. I've spoken to, one reached out to me, like, maybe the shooting happened in 1995. In 2012, one of the guys actually reached out to me through Facebook, trying to explain that he didn't have anything to do with it. He wasn't a part of it. And this is one of the guys that I actually grew up with. His name had been called all through the situation. But because I didn't see any faces, my case got dropped a few years after the incident happened. All they had was names and hearsay, and it wasn't enough evidence to convict anybody. So nobody ever went to jail for what happened to me. But I'm a faithful person, a firm believer that God sits high and look low. So all the names that were involved, a few of them are in prison right now, but not for what happened to me. But they are serving life sentences for other things. So they're not paying for what they did to me personally, but God still dealt with them. And some of them that's still out, that's walking around, that I have seen a few times. And when I first saw them, yes, I was nervous because I'm like, these people don't care. They don't care about life. They don't care about nobody else's life. So, but like I said, he reached out to me to explain that he didn't have anything to do with it. He would never do that. And I was at a tug of war because I didn't know what to believe. Because like I said, his name had been called all throughout the situation. Yes. So I still just, I listened to what he had to say. And like I said, I still don't know years later what I believe. I just know that over the last 31 years, God has been truly amazing to me. You know, like I said, my son was 4. He's now 34. He'll be 35 in July.
Oh, wow.
My baby girl is 30. My middle child is 33, and she's in the military now. She has 3 beautiful kids, so I'm a grandmother.
Okay,
I'm a grandmother of 5, actually, because my son has 2. And the doctors also told me that I wasn't going to be able to have any more kids. Well, I'm here to say that 5 years later, I had my miracle baby, and she'll be 25 in April.
Nice.
Wow.
So God has been truly amazing. I've been through a lot. I've been homeless, basically. And when I say homeless, I mean I had to live from house to house for a while. But we made, me and my kids, we made it. We made it. God has been such a blessing to me. Like I said, I was 19 when all of this happened. I just celebrated my 50th.
Supposed to be gone.
Supposed to be gone.
So did they, are you paralyzed?
Yes, I'm paralyzed.
Okay, from the waist down?
From the waist down, yes.
Okay. Wow. So you're still able to get around and cook and all
I
that
do.
good stuff.
When I tell you, I do everything but drive because I never got the chance to drive, and I didn't think about it when this first happened. It was the last thing on my mind, basically. But so that's like the only regret that I have is, and that's
So
the only thing that doesn't make me. I wasn't driving then.
Oh, okay.
So I had driven before, but I had never gotten my license and all that stuff before. So, and when this happened, I wasn't thinking about driving. I was more concerned about how I'm going to take care of 2 kids from a wheelchair.
Exactly.
You know? So, but I do everything. I cook, I clean. I'm on a treat maker for the last 2 years. Business is looking really, really nice. I'm working on getting my LLC for that. But God has been truly amazing.
Oh, yeah?
I have videos up where I'm cleaning my house. I wash and dry clothes. I mop. I cook 4-course meals. I make treats for other people for their events. My wheelchair does not define me. You know?
That's you stuck on my tune there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has, like I said, it hasn't always been easy. I got really, really sick in 2020 after COVID hit, but it wasn't from COVID. I had developed abscess. And when you're in wheelchairs, you have to do these pressure reliefs. And if you don't do them as much as you should, you can get an abscess. So I developed an abscess that had me bedbound from 2020 to 2022.
Wow.
So I went, I had wound care. I had a nurse that was coming out 3 times a week, and I was not used to that because I'm used to doing everything for myself. So that was hard to deal with. And I did have a surgery here in Beaufort that was unsuccessful. So it took me back I had made it from stage 1 to like maybe stage 6 or 7. It was doing really well. And then they went in and did the surgery, and it took me back to stage 1. So that pushed it back some more until my wound care doctor found me a specialist at MUSC. And he performed the second surgery in April of 2022. And I've been fine since. So God is good. Everything the devil tried to throw at me, he didn't win.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I've had basically 4 near-death experience after I was in the wheelchair from a sickness, either the abscess or some type of infection. It was either one of those, and God brought me through each and every time.
Wow, that's so amazing to be able to have you here speaking with us, Miss Nikita.
Thank you.
I'm going to now, and we're going to take one pause for the moment and take this calls and pay a bill.
Okay.
Now sound like I'm in radio. Mr. G, are you ready for a trivia fact?
Got a quick one for you. Yep, I'm ready.
Man, let's get on it.
Sight Beyond Sight podcast presents Random Trivia Facts with Mr. G.
Don't know how many of you guys are NASCAR fans, but if you did not know, Michael Jordan owns a NASCAR team. He became the 5th Black person to own or partly own a NASCAR team. And this past Sunday, just a few days after his 63rd birthday, by the way, he became the first Black owner of a NASCAR team to begin the year winning the first 2 races of the year. His driver, Tyler Reddick, won Daytona 500 last Sunday, and the Sunday before this past one. And yesterday, Tyler Reddick once again won the Auto Parts 400 at Atlanta, becoming the first Black owner to win the first 2 races of a NASCAR season ever.
Wow. Congrats to Mr. Michael Jordan, man, and all his success. In spite of what people been trying to say, him touching that little boy booty.
Yes, I saw that.
You saw that? That's a shame at Carolina Lane. We ain't finna let these people try to bring Michael down. They always got to go and mess with somebody when they doing good.
Yes.
Now, what are you going to be touching that little boy like that for? See, Mr. G, now you done got me stirred up.
That's my job. That's my trivia facts. That's what they do.
Shout out to Mr. Michael Jordan. Continue your success, and maybe one day you'll accept my invitation to get on the show.
Okay.
So y'all know I used to run with Michael Jordan.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
Back then, he asked my mom one day could he be my godfather. And he found out that I went blind, and he said I couldn't shoot the ball. He ain't feel like taking the time to teach me, so he decided that he was just going to go on about his business. You don't like him and everything. Huh?
What year was this? What year was this?
This was 89. This is 1989. This was before he was even all that.
Yeah, he was just turning around. He was just turning around the Chicago Bulls at that time. Yeah.
Because I guess what we did,
Oh, Lord. Let me ask your mama.
Got to be more careful, y'all. See, I've been trying, and see, y'all about to make me, I've been trying to tell y'all these true stories, and here y'all sitting there be trying to shut me down. That's why the RS trying to mess me down. They don't want to get my money. Y'all talking about Donald Trump a couple of weeks ago.
Hold on, don't phone messed up.
Yeah, all of our phones messed up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. They don't even send me my money. They owe me money.
What?
Well, anyway, yeah. Let's get off of this, man. I'm going to wait on my another letter. I hope y'all hear me, Mr. RIS. Now.
This has been Random Trivia Facts with Mr. G. Well done, sir. Well done.
This is DJ K Liddy, and you are now rocking with Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Tap in, man.
Don't go anywhere. We got more inspiration and information for you right after this. Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is now giving piano, drums, and vocal lessons to all those who are interested. Looking for a place for you or your group to record your project? Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment has the available studio time you're looking for. For more information on how to book your studio time or to sign up for lessons, call us 864-529-5360. Reach out to us on Facebook, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment, or by email, sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com.
This your girl, Ty Boogie, and I want to welcome you back to Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back into our story, and we're talking to Miss Nikita, who has a proper story about the journey that she's going on since her incident that she had during the gun violence situation. And she was shot 9 times and surviving. We already told 50 Cent that he wasn't the only soldier that God looks out for.
I come for you. Don't.
Oh yeah, 50 Cent, he like to come for people.
50 Cent don't be playing. He come for you.
Yeah. 50.
Yeah, he come for
I can talk about 50 like that.
You cool with him too?
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we're from Brooklyn. I was there when the first bullet went by. I was the one that helped save them because I was praying, and I was praying for the brother at the time. And then they decided that they wanted to come by and get him. But nobody wants to believe none of my story, but me and 50 cool. Because we was in the club like it was our birthday. We was sipping champagne when we was thirsty. All right, so here it is. So now, Ms. Nikita, so you also has started some other stuff that you started to do is you have a book that's out. So tell us a little bit about your book, and not give any good significance away, but just stuff of why somebody would want to buy it.
Okay, yes. While I was going through the process of dealing with the abscess in 2020, I decided since I'm bedbound, I needed something to do, and I had been asked to write a story, to tell my story plenty of times, and I just felt like it wasn't that right time. I didn't go through enough things to make an entire book. Is how I felt. So as I was bedbound, I just started writing things down. And I found me a publisher. And when I had finished writing everything I needed to write, I sent it to her. And she was like, this story has to be told. You got to put it out there. And the next thing was coming up with a title. And I was like, well, I don't really know what I'm going to call this book. And as I was laying here, I thought about, all the things that I've been through and how I didn't let it stop me. And I'm always in constant pain from being shot. So I was like, I'm going to name this book Rolling in My Pain. It Didn't Break Me. And that's the title of my book.
Rolling in My Pain.
Rolling in My Pain. It Didn't Break Me.
It Didn't Break Me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the title of the book.
Yes.
Rolling in My Pain. It Didn't Break Me.
Yes.
And God has not forsaken me.
Yes. So, in this book, I tell about coming up as a child, some of the hardship with my mom being a single mom. My dad was always present, but he wasn't always around because he had some issues that he was going through. So my mom was a single parent, and she did the absolute best that she could. My mom is my number one. My mom is my everything. She has been there for me before I got shot, and she's still here for me today. So shout out to my mom. I love you. And this.
Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, mom is my hero. She's my hero.
What's mama's name?
My mama's name is Sheila Jenkins.
I know you said you were independent. And then when you had to get the home health care 3 times a week, how much of you at first wanted to deny it? Because you're like, I can get through this. I've been through all this stuff before. I can get through this. And
my gosh,
what was the point that you had to go, okay, let me accept this help? Because if I did do this on my own, I might have been worse off.
I was so mad when they suggested a home health nurse. I'm like, no, this is not what I do. Mm-hmm. I don't need a nurse. I can do all this by myself. But when I actually saw the abscess after they lanced it the first time, and they let me see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it has to be changed and packed twice a day. I can't do this by myself. So we started off with my mom, when my daughter was helping me at first, and she's not a certified nurse, but so I knew that wasn't going to work because I ended up getting an infection. And so it took me getting my first infection after I tried to take care of it myself before I decided to let them send me a home health nurse. And they gave me a nurse. The first nurse came in, and a week, she ended up moving to New York. And I was like, so now I got to get used to somebody else. And the second nurse that they sent was pretty nice, but he ended up being sent on another job. But my third nurse, Oh my gosh. When I met her, it was like a connection. And Miss Tina was everything. Miss Tina was with me from the end of 2020 up until after I had my surgery in 2022. Until this day, me and Miss Tina still talk. She became family. She met my kids. She met my dad. She met my mom, my sisters. So I thank God that he changed my mind to actually stick with getting a nurse because, like I said, Miss Tina became family. And she didn't come in here and like she didn't do my cleaning and my cooking and all that stuff because even though I couldn't do it, my sister came over here and did a lot of that for me. And when my daughter was home from college, then she would come home and she would do all the stuff around the house, or my mom would come over. But it was hard because I was so independent. I was used to getting up and cooking and cleaning and doing everything for myself till, I still ended up getting really, really depressed. And I went from weighing like 140 to weighing 90 pounds. I lost so much weight because I was stressed out. I was depressed. The abscess wasn't getting any better. So of course it took a toll on me. And like I said, I only could get up 1 hour out of the day. And I did that for 23 months. So it was hard. But again, God brought me through.
Exactly. Going back to the shooting itself and after the shooting, I know you said that you came across one of the people through Facebook and you see some of the people every now and then. How long did it take you to mentally cross that bridge to just generally trust people again? Because if people shot you up and shot your house up, how difficult would it be to trust people you don't know? How long did it take you to get over that mental bridge of being nervous in general when you saw people around?
Okay, it took me about 5 to 7 years to actually even talk to anybody else after I got shot, as far as somebody that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And when I came across the first person that one of the names that were called, I was nervous. I wanted to leave where I was because I didn't know if they wanted to finish me off or if they figured, maybe she knows something, and I didn't know what to do. So I just didn't speak. They were just staring at me. I didn't speak. I went on, mingled with like I was supposed to, like I had plans on doing, but I was really, really nervous. And I still don't trust people that easy. Because the internet is not all bad. So when somebody inbox me or send me a message about my story or wanting to get to know me, I don't want to get to meet anybody through the internet because I'm in a wheelchair. They find out I live alone. People could come by and do anything. I just don't trust easily.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
To this day, I'm still afraid of guns. So, it's good to have a concealed weapon license and everything to protect yourself, especially a woman in my situation. But I'm still afraid of them, even though I took the class and I have a concealed weapons license, but I still refuse to use a gun.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't trust people easily at all. And it's been 31 years since I've been in this wheelchair. And my trust issue is not good at all. I don't trust people.
Yeah, and that's definitely understandable. And it's crazy. I'm kind of scared of them too, guns. But before I started pastoring, when I was a minister of music and choir director, I used to have them with me. I used to carry them with me every Sunday. The rehearsal, everything. Every time we turn around, I used to be. Now, I won't pick them up like that. I mean,
my son always tells me, Mama, you gotta get used to it because things. My son doesn't live here with me anymore. So it's just me and my baby girl, but we live around family. I live on Ayers property. So my brother is next door, my sister is next door, my auntie and my cousins are next door. So we live in a big Ayers property land. So it's not as bad as I'm not afraid to live alone. So I actually enjoy it. But my son always tells me, Mama, you got to get used to this. You got to get used to having one because I'm not going to always be there. So, but I see my son just about every day.
How does your baby father feel about this?
Me and my kid's father, today we are like the best of friends. He was actually the person that they was looking for when they shot my mom's house up. And it took me years to forgive him because in the beginning I was blaming it on him. I kept saying it's your fault. This is all your fault. I'm in this wheelchair because of you. And it took he had apologized for going to a party and getting into an argument that led these guys to my house. Let me say this. When I talk about the guys that shot me, I always use the term cowards. And I use that term because they got into an argument with a man. And y'all leave that man, y'all know where this man lived, but y'all come to his baby mom's house. And then y'all not there for me. And y'all know that he's not there. And I didn't say this in the beginning because I didn't know if I wanted to go that deep into it. But they actually came for my kids. What kind of people is that? They said they wanted to get the next best thing to him, which were his kids. Who does that? What kind of people could be so evil to come after an innocent woman, but innocent kids? So it took me a long time to actually forgive my kid's father. And once we said, and we stayed together for years after the incident happened. And actually, all my kids had the same father. Even the baby they told me I wasn't going to have, they all had the same father. So we did stay together for years after that. We was together for 13 years in total. And when I left him, it wasn't the easiest thing to do because, he was all I knew. I met him when I was 13. So he was all I knew. He was all that I was used to. So leaving our home and going on my own in a wheelchair with 3 kids now, not knowing if I would ever be able to date again because people don't know. Some people could be ignorant to the fact of someone being in a wheelchair. Everybody don't accept you the same way. So yes, I thought about being alone, and the years that I stayed with him after were the reasons. That was the reason why I stayed, because I was in a wheelchair, and I didn't think nobody else would ever want me as the person that I am. They would always see my wheelchair and not me. So, but today, me and my kid's father, we are the best of friends. When we sat down and discussed everything that happened, and like I said, he had apologized many times before, but that conversation, when we sat down and had a face-to-face conversation after we split up, I felt the genuine apology, and I accepted it. And that happened maybe 15 years after I was shot. We sat down and finally talked about everything. And like I said, today, that's my ace today. I could talk to him about anything. You know? Our kids are grown now, you know, and our kids are grown. Our baby is 25. So we really don't have to even communicate with each other because our kids can talk for themselves. But we still text and call every once in a while when he comes into town. He stops by my house. We we graduate the same year, so we have class reunions and stuff. I see him. We're cool. We spent time with our kids together since we've been separated. But that's my boy right now.
That's a blessing.
13 years old. You're right.
That's a blessing.
Yes.
And now, can you tell everyone how they can find your book and how can they purchase it?
Okay, my book is on Amazon. And when you order through Amazon, you don't get an autographed copy. But if you come through me, which I'm still working on a website right now, but if you come through me, I accept payments of Zelle and Cash App, and then you put your name and address on the 4 line, and I ship you an autographed copy.
So tell them how they can get in touch with you via email.
You can email me at keto37.mp@gmail.com, or you can cash at me at $Makita Pierce. For an autographed copy of my book.
Say that email again and just spell it right quick. And
it's Keita, K-I-T as in Tom, A as in Apple, 37.mp@gmail.com.
Okay. And you can reach her at that email, and as well as the Cash App if you want to be able.
You can just find me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook just as Makita Pierce.
Yeah, what she said. And she's also going to send us the direct link to the Amazon.
Yes.
If you want to go ahead and purchase that book, purchase her book, and make this thing happen. So we could help try to push it. With those who are in the 28 countries, y'all hear us. So you should be able to help support the book and make sure that you make this happen. And now let's slide over to our corny joke corner for a second. We're going to pause before we wrap up the show. And thanks again to you, Miss Makita and Top Boogie.
I'm ready.
You scared me for a second there.
Yeah, right. Not today, devil. But look, so you got some questions as well today? You got a little trivia too?
I got a little short story.
You got a story today?
Yeah, I got a little short story. It's about a teacher.
Cool beans. Let's get it. Yes, indeed.
The Sight Beyond Sight podcast presents Joke Corner with Ty Boogie.
Okay. During one of her daily classes, a teacher was trying to teach good manners. Asked her students the following question. Michael, if you were on a date having dinner with a nice young lady, how would you tell her you have to go to the bathroom? Michael said, just a minute, I have to go pee. The teacher responded by saying, that would be rude and impolite. But what about you, Sherman? How would you say it? Sherman said, I'm sorry, but I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. That's better, but it's still not very nice to say the word bathroom at the dinner table. And you, little Johnny, can you use your brain for once and show us your good manners? Johnny said, I would say, darling, may I please be excused for a moment? I have to shake hands with a very dear friend of mine who I hope to introduce to you later after dinner.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, say hello to my little friend.
Oh, little Johnny is not too polite.
No, he's not.
That's as nice as he's going to get. Instead,
little Johnny is honest, but he's not polite.
You're right. Straight up with it.
I got to shake hands with my little dear friend of mine.
Yeah, little dear friend. You know? He wanted to help show it to her. Listen, I ain't mad at Lil Johnny.
Say it later after dinner.
Yeah, it is after dinner. I mean,
I guess it's a good thing. You don't feed her first.
I'm about to say it depends on who paid for it, though.
Okay.
I hope to introduce to you after this.
Yeah, you hope. See, but he ain't paid for Lil Johnny. Ain't paid for nothing. Oh well, Johnny boy. Nah.
This has been Joke Corner with Ty Boogie.
Oh boy, that's Ty Boogie in the Clean Joke Corner. We thank you so much, Mr. Makita, for joining us on this wonderful evening on our podcast, and we thank you for spending the time with us and talking to us about your story. And we pray that you definitely get some more, you definitely get some sales on your book, and that it be success, and that some people will be able to sign it for you and all of that good stuff. And prayerfully that we'll be able to help purchase and support you as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes, indeed. So, Ty Boogie, what we tell them to do, what we tell people what to do is what Miss Nikita has done to be able to forgive. She said, let it what?
Let it hurt, let it heal, and let it go and take accountability.
Yes, indeed. And we thank you so much. And there it is, y'all, the Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast. Thank y'all so much and have a blessed night.
You guys too. Thank you.
All righty.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment Podcast, a podcast of inspiration and information, a production of Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. If you have a question that you would like to submit to the podcast to be answered by Pastor Happy Feet and the crew, drop us a voicemail at 864-256-0922. Also, check out more episodes and content on our Facebook page, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment, on X at Podcast Sight 4, and reach out to us via email, sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com. God bless, and always remember,
Let it hurt, let it heal, and let it go. Peace.
Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is your home for quality, professional DJ and photography services, school functions, church events, weddings, you name it. Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment is here to help make your event special just for you. We also offer audio recording time in our studio for you and your group, as well as piano and drum lessons for people of all ages. For more information, reach out to us on our Facebook page, Sight Beyond Sight Entertainment. Call us at 864-529-5360 or reach out to us via email at sightbeyondsight7@gmail.com.